I'll show you how to add a personalized copyright watermark to images for use online using the online editing software pixlr.com. Here we are at the home page. Just scroll down to this part of the page where you can open the editor. So straight off, the first thing we need to do is open the image that we want to work on. You see I've got an image here ready, and I'll point out straight away you can see that this image is 9.4 megabytes, which is quite a large size, but we'll open that. Stress straight off, that's not uploading to the internet, that is still on your computer. We're only using the software which is online. We're going to be concerned with the menu tabs up here on the top left, and we're going to be wanting to use the palettes over here on the right, which sometimes disappear underneath all that advertising. So I suggest you drag them in slightly so you can see them. Just grab hold of the top part of the palette and you can move it to wherever you want. The history will show you your moves as you work on the picture. Make that a bit bigger. And layers is going to be vital to the work that we're doing. Make that a little bit bigger as well. As I said, that's a very large file to start with, so I wouldn't want to upload a file like that to the internet. So the first thing we'll do is go to Image, Image Size, and we'll alter that down to something like 1600 pixels. Make sure you click the constrain proportions to make sure that the height is in proportion to the width, and OK. Command 0 will fill the page again. Okay, the first method I'm going to use now is just by adding a line of type to the image. So click on the type tool over on the left, click anywhere on the picture, type in Alt G is the copyright symbol. Okay, choose your font. I'd like to use something like a handwriting one. Let's try that, chalk duster. Choose your type size, either by typing in the figure or using the slider. Let's take it up to 60 points. Choose a colour if you wish. Choose the colour range in the cartwheel, fix it in the square, or if you've got a corporate colour you can type in the correct name of the colour here. That OKs the colour, that OKs the typesetting. You'll see that it's created a layer of its own automatically over here on the right. So let's say a couple of things about layers to start with. A layer is like when you put a bit of tracing paper over the base photograph or a sheet of acetate or something like that, and you can turn on and off, turn these layers on and off so that you can see the result of them. You highlight up whichever layer you want to work on. Like if I click on the background there, that's the base image. I would now be working directly on the background. When I highlight that, everything I do now will be working just on that overlay. If you wasn't happy with the colour or size or anything of that typesetting, so still with the type tool, you can click on that and then bring up that dialog box and you can do whatever alterations you want again in there with colour, size, etc. So OK that. So now with the type layer highlighted, I can get the move tool and I can move that to wherever I want, etc. Now you could say that's a completed job. So if you wanted, you could go now save that image to go to File, go to Save. And you need to decide, you can see it's going to be saved on back to my computer there. can choose your format. JPEG is going to be the most commonly used one for uploading to the internet. Or if you want to keep the layered file, but when you choose a JPEG, it will flatten the file. You won't be able to edit that caption any longer. If you choose the PXD file, that means it will maintain those layers, so you can come back with it at a later date and edit those layers. So let's save that to my desktop for the moment. And so you see it's got the PXD suffix on the file name, and I'm saving it back to where I came from. And so that means I've still got my original file and I've got this PXD file. Of course, if I wanted that as the JPEG, then I just save again and I would choose JPEG, and that would be a web quality image I was saving there. So I'll leave that for the second, just to go on to show you the next method of adding the watermark using a logo. Now I've prepared some logos in Adobe Illustrator, and so we need to open a new image. And you see I've got an image here as a JPEG or as a PNG file. I'll open both images to show you the difference. Open the JPEG first. What's that there? Open image, and then open the PNG file. Now the main difference with these two images, as you can see, is that the JPEG has a solid white background. The PNG file has a transparent background. Now to get that on top of the image, I find the quickest way to do it is just to do Command A for all. And you can see there's a dotted marquee coming around it now. Command C for copy. Click back onto your main image. And Command V to paste it in place. And now you will see it's pasted in place over the top of the picture, and it's created its own layer. Now if I briefly pop back to the JPEG file, if I do the same there with the JPEG file, Command A for all, Command C for copy, back to my original picture, Command V for paste, and you see we've got a solid white background, which wouldn't be convenient for most instances. I'll leave it there for the moment, but I can turn it off. See? I can turn off that layer. I can turn off that layer. I can turn off the typesetting. Okay, but let's concentrate on working on this image then. I'll leave it at that size. Just to show you what we can do with that. Well, what I want to do as well though is if I just duplicate that, so as I come back and show you something else again with it later. If we go to layer and duplicate, and so I now got that image twice on that. So I can turn off that and turn off that. They both gone. See, turn on that one, turn off. On that one, they're both exactly the same. So I'm now working on that layer. The first thing I want to do is just change the opacity of that. Click on this little symbol here, bring up the properties, use the slider to change the opacity. And so you see what was solid black is now a nice grey. Still with that highlighted, if you wish, you can now go to Edit, Free Transform, hold down Shift so you can constrain proportions, and just get that symbol to the size you want. Stick it up there, maybe a bit bit smaller maybe. Click outside, and do you want to apply the changes? Yes please. And so that's fixed in place there. So I've still got that duplicate layer still there, so if I click on that, turn it on, you see it there. Another trick we could do with it, for instance, is if we wanted that as a colour. Now this is not as refined as Photoshop, but I find the best way to do it with Pixlr is if we get the bucket tool, go choose a colour. Again, let's stick with the orange. And so whenever I click on that black now, so that will infill. I'd advise turn off the contiguous stamp up here. Turn that off. I'll click on the black area and it fills all that black in with the orange. And again, if I wanted now, I can go to the properties back over here and I can change the opacity of that. So there we have, we've got 3 different methods of watermarking. If I turn them all on now, I've got the typesetting, I've got the plain grey one there, or I've got the coloured one there. You can use all or any of them. If I save that image now, again, if I want to keep that for later, choose the PXD file, OK it. I'm going to be overwriting that previous one. But if there's just one in particular I want, let's turn that off. Oh, let's turn that one on. Turn that, and we'll have, so let's say we'll have both of those. And so if I save that now, save, and I save it as a JPEG, something like 60% quality there, and you see the file will only be 251 kilobytes, which is great to put online. OK that. Give it a slightly different name. And there we have it.